Fishing season is in full swing, but for two young men in Jackson, fishing season never ends. And that might be because they just keep winning. Rylan and Jack just came in second out of 273 teams in the National High School Fishing Championship, and they're here to tell us all about it. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So, you guys have been fishing together for a while. We've actually had you on the show before, but a lot has happened since last year. So, tell us about this latest adventure, because this was a big one. So what happened last week?
So last week we qualified for the national championship for bass on Lake Chickamauga in Tennessee, and we qualified from it from last year, winning Angler of the Year in the Michigan division for the team series, and it was over 4 tournaments and winning Angler of the Year, so we qualified for it from that, and there's like almost 15,000 kids from across the U.S. trying to qualify for it. So it's a huge accomplishment just to be there, but to come in second place and even make just the final day.
Yeah, okay, so second place out of 273 teams. Are these teams of 2, correct?
Yes, yep. All teams, yeah.
Jack, what was that like, competing like this?
I mean, it was pretty crazy being around all those teams, well, 273 of the best high school teams in the country.
That is pretty crazy. So I am not in the fishing world, but I know that it's really competitive. Kind of explain, what do you have to do to win? Because I think a lot of people think you're just fishing, but it's way more complicated. So what do you have to do to win?
I'd say there's a lot of strategy towards it. You have to you go out and practice. For this tournament, they gave us 3 days of practice. And then we have to know during the tournament when to go to the certain spots. Because on the Tennessee River, for example, they pull current at certain times, so we have to know when they're pulling current and when to go to certain spots.
Yeah, it's like a science. You're not just reading yourselves in the boat, you're reading the fish, you're reading the lake. So how do you get to second place? Like, is it because of the size of your fish? What's going on there?
Yeah, it's your best, well, normally it's your best 5 fish, but for this and the national championship, it's your best 3 fish. And and whenever you catch like your best 3, then you just keep calling them out throughout the day, and then everyone brings in their biggest 3 of the day, and then it's total weight for those 3. And then it's the first 2 days, all 273 teams fish, and then day 3, it's just the top 12 fish.
Wow, okay, that's really impressive. What were some of your challenges? Because these are the best kids like yourselves in the country, but what were some of your challenges? Who were you up against? What did you kind of go in knowing?
Well, I had only been there once, and it was only a month before me and my dad went up for 2 days. But other than that, we had never been on the lake.
Ooh, okay.
So there's a lot of other local knowledge around there, so that was definitely a challenge, trying to go up against people that know a lot more about the lake.
Yeah, for sure. So there's definitely like a home lake advantage there.
For sure, yeah.
There is a lot in the fishing world happening right now. Fishing isn't what it used to be as far as numbers. I'm sure you guys know that, especially with our generation.
Yep.
It's definitely different. But what do you think Gen Z in particular misunderstands about fishing?
I just think they think it's boring and stupid to just sit out.
They just think super patient.
You go throw a bobber out and bobber and a worm out and wait for hours upon end to get a bite. But it's a lot more than that.
So if there's any young kid, who is about to get to that age where they really want to compete, what would you tell them going into it?
Just fish as much as possible. Just like any other sport, practice is like if you want to be the best, if you want to be good, I mean, you have to practice every day. Whenever you can get out, you got to go.
So you have a really busy month coming up, though. So, what next for both of you in this line of fishing?
Yeah, I actually leave tomorrow morning for the state championship for our team trail here, so.
Wow, busy day.
Yeah.
Now I'm just working, trying to save money up, and then try to do the same thing that he's going to do.
Well, thank you both so much for coming in.
This
is such exciting news for both of you. Congratulations, you both deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you.